on? It's your boy Clans back from another video. Today we got our top 10 centers. We have now gone through pretty much, or we've gone through every position. This is the last position. We did our point guard, shooting guard, small forwards, power forwards. I did think the power forward one was probably the most controversial. Everything else was probably pretty, um, pretty agreed upon, I guess. The centers also might be kind of controversial. Might not be controversial. We'll see. I think the center position is definitely getting a lot better. It's getting in the right direction, I feel like. But it is still lacking a little bit. I feel like we can get a lot more better centers as time comes. Because I just don't think it's as, good of a position as somebody, like the small forwards are. But I think it still is like a good, good solid position. You know how we do this? Starting off with our honorable mentions. I got to go with Rudy Gobert. I mean, this card just came out last Friday, and I think it's a very solid card. He's just not as athletic as what I wish he would be. I wish he would have a little bit more speed and a little bit more vertical. That way he can go a little bit higher for rebounds. But he has 7'1", 7'8" wingspan. He does have a hot zone at the right wing and everywhere inside the three-point line. 67 three-ball is greenable, especially if you have a takeover and a coach boost. I mean, very greenable. Comes with every single defensive edge on Hoff other than Pick Dodger. That's the only one that's not on Hall of Fame. And then he's just missing shooting badges after that. I really want to try Rudy Gobert. I've not tried him yet, and I really want to. Problem is he just doesn't mesh on my team that much. But defensively, he's absolutely elite. 98 interior, 94 perimeter, 88 steal, 98 block, 97 rebounding across the board, 90 driving dunk. He's still somewhat athletic, just not as athletic as what I wish. Like I said, a very greenable jump shot. Rudy Gobert on quick is very ugly, but it is very greenable. He does have like the Giannis crossover, which is absolutely disgusting. That is an insanely cross. And then moving on to another honorable mention, I'm going to go Wilt Chamberlain. I think Wilt is still insanely good. And if you look at Wilt, 7'1", 8-foot wingspan, so he's very similar to Rudy in that aspect. Doesn't have as many hot zones. Doesn't come with as many base badges, especially, he doesn't come with all these defensive badges on Hoff as well. So he's missing a lot more badges than Rudy is. He's a little bit more athletic at 90 speed, 97 vertical. Still great on the strength-wise. Still great on defense. Still great rebounding. Still great, dunking and athleticism there. 63-pointer, like I said, is greenable. I've used Wilt Chamberlain. I do think Wilt Chamberlain's jumper is fine. I think it's good. I think it's very greenable. With the 63-pointer. Now, granted, I do have Phil Jackson who boosts my three-pointer, but I do think Wilt Chamberlain is a very solid card, and I think he is still very, very runnable. If you're using Wilt Chamberlain, there's nothing wrong with that because this card is still absolutely elite, especially if you're looking forward to someone who's just going to go out there and play a ton of defense, grab every single rebound. And when I say every single rebound, this card will never get out-rebounded. I mean, he is an absolute stud, and he can still knock down that occasional three-ball. I love Wilt. Moving on to our number 10 guy, we do have, we do have David Robinson. I think David Robinson is still very solid. I just don't think David Robinson is a card that you can put in everybody's lineup because not everybody's going to love this card. Just because his jumper is a little bit baited, it's D-Rob by normal. But if you look at D-Rob, stats and badge-wise, absolutely perfect. He comes with 31 base badges. He's only really missing like a couple of shooting badges and playmaking badges, but you don't really need playmaking badges on David Robinson. He's elite stat-wise, 89 speed, 94 vertical, 97 strength, great on defense, great rebounding, can handle the ball, good enough dunking, good enough three-pointer. I mean, the dude is absolutely elite still. This card is extremely good, and like I said, he might not be everyone's favorite card, only for the fact that his jumper is baited. But I mean, he's just still so good. 7'1", 7'5" wingspan. He's got hot zones. I think David Robinson is still my number 10 guy. Moving on to our number 9 guy, I'm going to go with Shaq. You can't go wrong with this Shaq card still. He's got a 68 3-ball, very greenable. The problem is it's on slow. I mean, like I said, it's greenable if you're wide open. But if they're sagging off of you, which they are probably gonna do with Shaq, you should be able to knock it down because it is greenable. It's just a slow jump shot. But looking at everything else other than that three-pointer and other than the jump shot, what does he do wrong? 99 driving, 99 standing dunk, can handle the ball, 98 rebounding across the board, great on defense, and I mean elite on defense. Elite athleticism, 94 speed, 98 vertical, 99 strength, has every single defensive badge other than the off-ball pass. He's, add some of these shooting badges, and then try to learn that jumper, this card is still very very elite, and I can't complain about Shaq. I think they have made him a very solid card. Moving on to our number 8 guy, I'm gonna go Vlade. I think Vlade is very good. The problem with Vlade is he's just not athletic. 85 speed, 80 vertical is not good. 93 pointer is elite though, and he's got an elite jump shot. And the Chauncey Billups, Isaiah Jackson, I'm very quick. It is an elite jump shot. He is a good inside scorer, a good ball handler, good rebounder, and he's good on defense. The only problem is that 85 speed. Now you can boost it with the coach and all that. 7'1", 7'5" wingspan does have some solid hot zones. 12 on gold, 18 badges on Hoff. He's only missing a couple of these defensive and then a couple shooting badges. But I mean, this card is absolutely elite. I have used Vlade and I love Vlade. I think Vlade is a perfect guy for my number 8 spot. Moving on to number 7, and this is where he's going to get extremely intense. I'm going to go Yao Ming. I think this card is still insane. I mean, yes, he's got 74 speed. Yes, he has 85 perimeter defense. Yes, he has a 72 three-pointer. Yes, he's missing, I mean, how many badges? He's missing so many badges that I can't even count on both hands. But other than, I think he is still so good because of the fact that he's 7'6" and he can green anything. He has Robert Williams and Shea on normal, and it is such an elite jump shot still. When I say you can green shots with this, you can green shots with this. And when I say you can shoot over people, you can shoot over people. I think Yao Ming is still insanely good, especially with some hot zones on, beyond the 3-point line. This card is just still elite, and he's not going to get out rebounded. He's not, if he's in the interior, nobody's going to score on him, and he's going to score on everybody in the interior. So he kind of just makes himself like a dominant force. He comes with a hot brick wall, so he's just dominant, and he has that ability to shoot over people just like Wembanyama does, who we will, spoiler alert, get to in the later of the video. Moving on to who I think is a better power forward than center, I'm going to go Hakeem Olajuwon. I do think he's a better power forward, like I said. I think that's the case for a couple of these guys moving on. But I do think Hakeem Olajuwon is still absolutely elite at the center position. Everything you can ask for defensively, everything you can ask for rebounding-wise. Can handle the ball. I mean, elite inside scorer. Great three-pointer, good speed, great strength. Nikola Vucevic, DeMarcus Cousins, I'm very quick. An elite jump shot. Has everything you want. Has every hot zone besides one. 11 gold badges, 22 Hoff, 7 foot, 7'3" wingspan. I mean, what's this card missing? If you guys can figure out one thing that this card is missing, please let me know in the comments, because Hakeem Olajuwon is not missing a thing. Moving on to my top 5 and my number 5 guy, I'm going to go Joel Embiid. And at the power forward position, I do think he is better than Hakeem Olajuwon. I still think he's better at the center position than Hakeem Olajuwon. He's a little bit faster, I believe, just as good on defense, if not better. Some very similar rebounding, better post scorer, can handle the ball just as much, better 3-point shot. Now his jumper is his own base, obviously. I personally love it. Some people don't love it. I personally really love his jump shot. And it doesn't come with every single defensive badge on Hoff, but he still comes with every single badge other than 2 of them. I think if you look to try to badge this card out, I think he's personally probably one of my favorite cards in the game. He's my starting power forward, because I did pull him out of an unsellable pack that, I got a little lucky. I can't lie. I got a little lucky. But I think he is still so good, and Joel Embiid is here to stay on my team. He is my number 5 center in the game. And moving on to number 4, I'm going to go Chet Holmgren. I think he's better at the center position, honestly, than he is at the power forward position. I know he might get bullied with 84 strength, but he's not going to get bullied, honestly. I think paint scoring is just so hard in this game anyways. Just because, unless you have somebody like Yao Ming, you're really just not going to score in the paint, because Yao Ming is just different. He just has so many animations that it allows him to. Yao Ming is just the exception, and there's a couple other exceptions too, but post scoring is just really hard in this game, and Chet Holmgren is most certainly going to be able to hold his own with the 97 tier, 98 block, and he's got every single defensive badge. So I would, obviously he can run the 4, and if you pair him with somebody who has a really quick jump shot like Wemby, I think he could be elite at the 4 too. I think Joel Embiid personally is a better power forward than Chet Holmgren, but at the center position, I'm taking Chet Holmgren just because of the fact that he is 7'1". He's just as athletic, and I think he at the center position just offers a little bit more than Joel Embiid does, but I do personally like him a little bit better at the center position, like I said. Moving on to our top 3. This should come as no surprise. Pink Diamond Wemby. You might be asking, why is he not 2? The reason he's not 2 is because he has a 79 speed, He has no hot zones. Base, he comes with 2 bronze, 4 silver, 11 on gold, 9 on hop. Now you might be saying, "Oh, Clamps, I have a 34, I have a 25 Hoff and 3 legend Wimby." I'm like, okay, cool, but the card can only hold 31 base badges, which is perfect. 31 is fine. You're still gonna miss some, but like honestly, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 badges that you don't need. And then add all 4 of these defensive badges, and then maybe to look add a couple of these shooting badges, and you have everything you need. So it doesn't matter about what he holds because you're not missing anything super important, anyways. He comes with everything. You just gotta upgrade him. But base wise, I think this card is our number 3 guy. Now, if you have a badged out one, obviously he's a little bit different. I still don't, he's obviously still not as good as in top 2, but I mean the card is still, he's gonna be able to shoot over anybody. It doesn't really matter. But the speed is just a little bit worrisome at this point. I still use this card. He's still my starting center, and he is absolutely elite. He's not going anywhere for the time being. And then moving on to our top 2. I'm going to go Kristaps Porzingis, and I'm not talking about this Kristaps Porzingis. I'm talking about this Kristaps Porzingis. I think KP is so, I mean, everybody thinks KP is so elite. 99 everything, every Hall of Fame badge pretty much, only missing Pick Dodger. He's got KP on very quick. He's got the dribble 6. He comes with 30 base badges. He comes with hot zones everywhere. He's 7'2", 7'6" wingspan. He is the best, well, he would be the best center in the game if this dude did not exist, because this dude is just as glitchy. But, he doesn't have the stats. He doesn't have the badges. But you know what he does have? He's got Victor Wembanyama base. And that's all you need. That's all you need. When you're 7'4", 7'8" wingspan, and you have Victor Wembanyama base, that's all you need to be the best center in the game. He's elite on defense. He's got 85 speed, so he's a lot faster. Got a 93 pointer, which is a little bit more of an upgrade. He does come with a little bit more base badges than the Wemby does. The other Wemby does. This card is the best center in the game. This does wrap up my center list, and honestly, like I said, I don't think this one's as controversial as the power forward list was. I honestly think this is a very solid list. If you guys have any complaints, maybe you guys don't like Shaq, maybe you guys don't like D-Rob, maybe you guys don't like the fact that Hakeem is lower than Embiid, maybe you don't like the fact that Vlade is at number 7, or number 8. Let me know. Let me know in the comment sections what you guys don't like. Let me know what you do like. If you guys did enjoy the video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next one. Peace.